I sat on the side of a mountain for 4 days in a tornado. We're live. What's
This
up, AJ?
episode of PSVR Gamescast Live is brought to you by laundry detergent. Clean your clothes. Brian, before we get started today, man, I just want to I want to congratulate you on 80,000 subscribers. Can we get some applause in the chat?
Can we get a hell yeah?
Can I get a hell yeah?
Can we get a hell yeah?
Austin 316 says you just hit 80,000 subscribers. Yeah, man, congrats, dude. And here's to 80,000 more.
Yeah, dude, I just want the PSVR 2 to get here. That's all. I don't think I'm asking too much. All right, man. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, much love to all 80,000 cats out there. Yeah, it's been quite a ride. But let's keep the ride going. Let's start the show. What do you think?
Let's do this.
This is PSVR Gamescast Live, where we film live every single Monday, Wednesday, and Friday right here live on YouTube. YouTube, this is probably where you're watching it. It might be where you're watching it. Maybe where you're watching it not live, which would just be ridiculous. But we thank you so much if you are here now, and if you're here later, what's going on? How you doing? What's the future like? If you're not a video person and you don't feel like doing that and watching us, staring at us the whole time, don't forget you can do this on all sorts of different podcast services like Spotify or Apple Podcasts. That's a thing. Thanks, Jamie, for doing that. My name is Brian Powell from this channel right here, PSVR Without Parole, 80,000 strong. And this guy over here, AJ from Underground, PSVR Underground.
What is up, Brian? What is up, Gamecat? Happy Wednesday. Happy Hump Day. Hope you're all doing really well, man. Good times indeed. Usually around this time of year, it really sucks. It's like everybody goes on hiatus. There's no games that come out. And 'tis not the case today, Brian. Really excited. Happy Hump Day as well, like I said. And hopefully you're ready, because we're about to hump you full of all the PSVR news you need to know about. Yeah, let's get it. I love also how there's lots of clapping, lots of applause, lots of standing applause for you.
I saw some hell yeahs, man.
There's a Mark Pringles yeah. Hell yeah. You're getting all of it, man. Good job, guys.
I was going for the preacher thing, like, can I get a hell yeah? I'm not, I've never tried to be like one of those like TV evangelists. I would love that. If this whole Without Parole PSVR thing doesn't work out, I'm going to go be a TV evangelist. I think that would be a lot of fun. I'd be like, dun, 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 dun. Praise Jesus! Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah! Can I get a hell yeah? Hell yeah!
I don't think preachers say hell yeah, but yeah, I like the spirit.
I'm going to be a fucking preacher. I'm going to say hell yeah. It's going to be lit. All right, man. We should get the ball rolling, and we should get the ball rolling with Bel Ramio's €10 tip. He says, hell yeah. That's not what he said. Well, let's go with that. Oh, yeah, man, you're not kidding, dude. This should be a slow time of year, and I've been going nonstop since like 7 a.m. today. What did you think of that Puzzling Places review? Do you wholeheartedly agree with it?
No.
I knew that was coming.
I think it's a great review. I think I agree with a lot of your points about the game. Couple missing features for me, and I think I dropped the score a little bit. Not because of just it being a jigsaw puzzle game, but because a couple, I love the game, but it wasn't like amazing to me. But I think it does some really awesome things, and I think it's a fantastic game. So no problems here. But yeah, it was a great review.
Nice. Thank you very much. All right, AJ. Well, a little bit of housekeeping. Make sure that if you don't already hang out with us over on Discord, click the link in the description below. Join us over on Discord. It's a lot of fun to hang out. It's a lot of fun to sit and listen to other people talk sometimes. That's kind of it. You should also subscribe to AJ over at PSVR Underground. When I'm slacking off, which I do frequently, he picks up the slack. Thank you very much for that, AJ.
I sit around and do nothing until until he needs a break or something, and then I'm like, all right, it's go time. It's my time to shine.
That's right. Okay, AJ. Before we get to 8 goddamn minutes of without talking about anything, we should probably get the ball rolling and talk about the holiday sale going on right now over on the PlayStation Network. There's a bunch of games on sale. Our good buddy Duran Fan WI. I'm assuming he's just in Wisconsin. Don't know what WI would stand for otherwise. Anyway, he posted over on Reddit the full list of the sale, and instead of going through each one of them individually, each separate title, AJ, why don't we just do our picks from the sale?
Yeah, man. It's so awesome. We've had a long drought without PSN sales, and so finally we get one after waiting for so long. They do a lot of sales, don't they?
After days without sales, the drought is over.
There's sales that haven't even ended yet, and they're still coming. We're going to pick out a couple ones, and I'm going to have to go with a game that we're going to be talking about later, so I won't go too far into it. But my first pick is Swordsman for $14.99, or with PlayStation Plus $13.99. I think that's a really cheap price, and I absolutely love this game. And also, there's some holiday stuff, which we'll get into in the show in a little bit. How about you?
Yeah, I mean, Swordsman is always a good idea. Swordsman, he never stops updating it. Like, literally never stops updating it. And the funny thing is like, just when you think he's going to be done, you go there and there's always a tab that says coming soon, right? Like, he hasn't done the skins yet. There's like a whole bunch of skins, I guess, that he's going to be doing, and what a great deal. The game that keeps on giving. Joshua Taylor with the $5 tip says, all I want next Christmas is PSVR 2 and you guys serving up all the goodness.
Oh yeah,
nice. Next Christmas,
you best bring that appetite with you.
Oh yeah, yeah, dude. Swordsman is a great one. I got to go with Demo Reborn. Demo was such a strange game for me. It felt a little bit emotional. Good storytelling, which minimal storytelling. A lot of it was just visual, and as much as I liked kind of the puzzle solving, the third person, like kind of point and click almost puzzle solving, it was cool because it had this whole rhythm thing going on too. It was you were as Demo sitting at the piano, like moving your move controllers back and forth, and it was cool because you didn't have to be very good at the rhythm part. They didn't like kind of penalize you too much for sucking, and so it was good. It was a nice therapeutic game if you want something that's just like heartfelt and enjoyable, especially over the holidays. Half price, man, $20 instead of $40.
I think it's just a pretty game, and the rhythm, the piano rhythm game stuff is pretty cool. And I didn't like having like an emotional connection to it, but it's a beautiful game and has a good variety of storytelling, puzzles, kind of discovery a little bit, and yeah, of course, the rhythm game.
Killacell777 with a $3 tip. I think he sent us is that a hippopotamus? Thank you. Very much,
yes. A very badass looking hippopotamus, like a hippopotamus that's like ready to do some espionage and like tactical.
Got camo on. Is that a deal?
Yeah, I dig it. I got to give an honorable mention to Raw Data, which is $9.99, but with PlayStation Plus is $5.99. This game's a little blurry, and it can be a little slow at times, but really, it's an awesome action game. There's a demo available for it, so you can go check it out. As you unlock the dual pistols and stuff, and some of the additional abilities and weapons, I think is where this game really shines. And yeah, by the end of the game, I was really, really satisfied. So little honorable mention to that one as well.
Big time. That's great. And yeah, my honorable mention, I guess, is Ghost Giant. Ghost Giant. I guess I just picked the ones that I thought were emotional. Like, it must be that time of year where it's just like, man,
you're so emo.
I just need. I mean, yeah, that's all year long actually. But I know, like around this time, like the holidays do different things to different people, and and for the most part, all the cats keep me upbeat and happy and whatever. But there are moments where I just want to like turn off life, and I think Ghost Giant and Demo are kind of the perfect games, along with like something like Separation, which is on sale. That sort of just like let you kind of embrace that a little bit and enjoy the solace So, yeah, Ghost Giant, really great story. If you know anybody who suffers from depression, or if you yourself suffer from depression, I think you're gonna get a lot out of the story of this one. And it reminds me of like a Lucasfilm point-and-click adventure game from back in like the early '90s, late '80s. It's good stuff.
Very much enjoyed this game. Yes, pretty easy platinum too.
AJ, on our last episode, all we did was talk about Zenith, like pretty much nonstop, and I mean. We thought today was going to be the last day for it.
Yeah,
It turned out not to be the case.
yeah.
Yeah, because of the because Europe sort of got screwed over in the beta. They decided to extend the beta from the 22nd to the 26th. So anybody who's playing it is going to have a lot more time with it.
Thank you, Europe, for getting screwed over.
I mean, really, right?
Yes.
Nice. So
Yeah.
You've been playing more since Gamescast, right?
Yeah, I'm like this. Like Zenith is my life now, and it's just a beta, and I know I'm gonna lose all my progress, and that's gonna suck. On the last thing we did a full review of it, so you can go check out that, spoiler free as well. But let me reiterate, after playing even more, to summarize this game, it is very much if World of Warcraft and Final Fantasy had a big VR baby, and built from the ground up for VR. But that is the easiest way I would describe it. Or just say, if you want to keep it more simple, if you're not familiar with those, an action RPG with like real-time combat, and it's huge. It's a huge world.
So I don't know what I said on last Gamescast, because I mean no one listens to me, especially not myself. What? I think I'm pretty sure though I said I can't wait till the show's over because I'm going to go back and play more Zenith, and I ended up I really sort of second guessed myself and was like, you know what, I'm going to spend so much time leveling up a character that is just going to disappear soon, and I kind of like allowed myself not to play it, because I was like, it's almost over anyway. It's fine. We covered it on Gamescast, and I can't wait to sort of dive in, sort of like kind of fresh when the game comes out. And now that we have like 4 more days with the game, I'm like, I'm probably gonna jump back in and spend like 10 more hours with it. So I guess I'm a total liar. I even lied to myself. But yeah, dude, this is exciting, and yeah, super happy for all the EU cats who didn't get totally screwed and get to play it quite a bit. Speaking of our EU cats, Belrami the Gamecat with the €2 says, I just got my Zenith key today. Good on the extension.
Nice. There will be a second beta too, and I am working with the developers to try and get additional codes to give out to some guys. I'm recruiting cats. I need the best of the best. Some that have a lot of experience, a lot of time to dedicate toward this game, that can help us squash bugs and get the game in tip-top shape for release. And yeah, so I'll be make sure you join our Discord if you haven't, and I'll be selecting a few that will help us test the game and whatnot. And yeah, it's funny, man. 2022 already have a Game of the Year contender. So really, really excited. You should be very excited about this game.
What's super interesting is that, so on their Twitter, Zenith posted that the second beta is going to be from January 13th to January 17th. But it's not the open beta. This is going to be a second beta. Sorry, the sirens on my end are like never ending. Usually they don't last this long. I apologize. So that second beta is going to be for the same group of people who are in the first beta. And so they haven't announced their plans for the open beta yet. But of course, we'll keep you posted on that as they announce some stuff. I feel like they have to end this beta first, right? to kind of know the things they need to do before they open the next beta, and then again finish that beta before they realize when it's time to open the next beta after that. So totally understandable why we don't have that information yet. By the way, James Moore in the chat says, I'm ready for Uncharted VR. I know that has nothing to do with anything we're talking about, but I just want to say I totally agree, James. I don't know why, man. Climbing in Uncharted 4 got so boring for me. I was just like, I'm holding the analog stick, and Nathan Drake's like...
Fract is on sale.
I want to do that
$20,
myself, man.
Fract is, I think, the closest thing you can get to Uncharted right now in VR.
You mispronounced Immortal Legacy.
Oh, sorry. Tongue twister there. So I'm going to say this with a lot of caution. Let's pray that the stream doesn't crash. Alvo,
Oh, goddamn.
Brian. Did we just crash? Okay, good.
Right.
Alvo has received the Super Soldier update today, and a brand new, huge, massive update to the game. And yeah, really, really exciting stuff that you posted a news video, breaking news about.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like a breaking news video, but I really just posted their trailer, which I gotta say, man, like they are getting really good at these trailers. And when I told Steve, over at the Alvo team, I was like, dude, this trailer is amazing. This is great. He says it's one of their community members who made it, and so fucking good job. Really good job over there. I didn't catch the name of the person who did it, but if that person's around, well done. Because for pretty much from the beginning to end of this trailer, I was like, yes, tell me more. Yes, tell me more. And like, as every new title popped up, I was like, this is great. And all the clips for the bazookas and everything. Holy man, I mean, what a great trailer. I said it twice already. I'm saying it 3 times. What a great trailer.
It is a great trailer, Brian. But there's more about the trailer. So the patch I don't think has dropped just yet, but it's going to be dropping within the next like 24, 48 hours, something like that. And it's coming very, very soon. And it adds a lot of new stuff, including perks, which have like, I guess, lots of different things. There's now turrets, bazooka, perks, a new challenge system. So there's going to be like daily, weekly challenges, I guess, something like that. New gun skins, a bot. Oh, this is a big one. A bot training mode, which is basically a one-player only free-for-all lobby, which you can adjust the difficulty on. It is not available offline, though, which they are making clear. But I know a lot of people really wanted to play this game versus bots. I don't really agree with that.
Yeah, everybody likes what they like.
Yeah, exactly. You know, more power to you. But yeah, for those who asked about that, now you have a offline bot mode.
Flying bot mode. Yeah, no, this is actually really great news. And what I like about this is that they actually combined Team Deathmatch and Search and Destroy into one game mode, and you get to vote. This you know, like we've said it over and over again. Like there were so many different ways that Firewall could have handled the one game mode issue way better, right? They kept saying there's a reason there's only one game mode, and that's because we don't want to split the player base. But if you already have the player base all in one group, already in one, you know, that are playing together, and then between rounds you just vote on whether you want to do search and destroy mode or team deathmatch or whatever it is. That's brilliant. And so in that way, you not only are you mixing up what you're doing and keeping players playing the game longer because there's a lot of variety, but you're also you're satisfying everybody basically. I think it's the best of both worlds.
Yeah, they're doing really, really good.
Come here.
You know, taking in community feedback. I don't know if Distracted the Gamecat is saying you don't like that. I don't think you know, when people aren't able to find matches in Search and Destroy. I think this is a great way to alleviate that issue of empty lobbies. This is something that people begged Firewall to do, was to have separate modes, and Firewall said, no, we want to keep the player base together, and that worked. Well, Alvo tried to say, hey, let's give you what you want, and let's have some different modes, and they paid the price for it. So they're making up for you know what people asked for, and then you know we saw what happened. So good on them for doing this as a solution. I think it's pretty cool, and of course zombies mode is still in the works. They want to make sure that is good when it comes out, and so totally fine with that. I think I'm a little. I can use a small break from zombie shooting for just a little bit. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'd be happy to take that in early January or February when we are going to be needing some content to play.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's, you know, there's a list of patch notes that go along with this, and we should probably say that the patches. This is going live either tonight or tomorrow night. When I talked to Steve earlier today, he wasn't sure, but it all is going to be, you know, by the time tomorrow night rolls around, which is great. But we should probably say that there's just like so much stuff involved in this patch. There's a ton of patch notes, but one of the things that I'm happy about is that the voice chat usually turns off as soon as the match is over, right? And you can't talk to people. And so, you know, to Distracted's point about, I don't it's not good to play game modes that it's not good to force people to play game modes they don't want to play. But the voice chat doesn't end now, and so you can have this conversation and say, hey, are you guys interested in this? Are you not? Hey, I really don't want to do search and destroy. Let's just stick with team deathmatch. You can say these things and communicate with your with the people in your party. So I don't think it's really going to become an issue. And if it does become an issue, then you're like, well, I'm going to go find some people who don't want to play search and destroy. No big deal, right? Again, best of both worlds. Before we move on, Professor Lilith with the $5 tips. It's December 26th multiplayer. 2 p.m. Eastern is Trickster VR. Dude.
Oh, wow.
That is such a good choice. Moves only, $14.99 on PSN. Merry Christmas and bless all you Gamecats. Dude, no one
Merry
talks
Christmas,
about
happy
Trickster
holidays.
anymore.
It's funny because I think about this game a lot and like what could have been.
Yeah.
I really wanted that gauntlet style game, and this came very, very close. The problem is it's a little basic, and it's nothing like too flashy, but it had some great ideas and it executed some of them. So that is definitely, if that's one you own, definitely join the multiplayer session. That'll be a fun one to play with the cats for sure.
Sorry. Dude, you don't even know. I need to turn the camera around because Tornado is pawing at me from top and bottom of my monitor right now. She's like, I'm gonna get you, and so it makes it a little hard to concentrate. But let's move on to our next story. And AJ, this one's gonna be all you because unfortunately I did not have a chance to play the Swordsman Holiday Update. I'm so sorry.
Hell yeah! Swordsman Holiday Update has arrived, and I did a just 20-minute stream on it. And man, you have to go see this stream because I am genuinely having the time of my life playing this. This game is like the best physics ever, and that's really something that I'm going to keep swinging at and trying to get people to understand why this game is so special, because it really has some of the most incredible interactive physics in any game that I've ever played, and in VR. And it is super impressive. The holiday update.
Wait. Yeah, let's start from scratch here because I tried to jump in right before the show. I was like, I have 20 minutes. I can totally do this. And I tried to jump in and go to the blacksmith and just buy the shit because I've got tons of money in this game because I've been playing it since day one. And I'm still haven't gotten the platinum. Jeez, it's so close.
I know this is definitely one I want to platinum.
So and then in my head I remembered my own breaking news report or maybe it was PSVR this week where I said, oh wait, you can't just buy the update stuff from the store until the first week in January. You have to unlock it in the game. So tell me what you have to do to unlock this stuff, AJ, and what is it?
So what you do is first of all, make sure all your modifiers are off because modifiers affect progress in the game. You turn those off. You go into a story mode. You just kill some enemies, and as they die, a little gift box, a little present will pop up, and you slice it, and it makes a little Beat Saber animation that like dissipates or whatever, and then up pops your reward. Most of the time, it's going to be a cash or coin reward. It's going to say like you earned this much gold. Usually, it's just like 3-4 gold. Or whatever. But that's how you obtain all of the items. Is there will be a chance for, and it doesn't take too long. It takes maybe 15 minutes at most. And then the Santa hat, the Santa armor, and the candy cane weapons will drop from these, and then you'll get to go back to the main menu and equip them, and it is super badass. The weapons, the candy canes are axes, and they have like a sharp edge to them on the bottom, and you can... Like, I demonstrate what you can do.
I'm watching the video. It's hilarious. Did it get stuck in somebody's head? You're like, what is he doing?
No, I was just doing really sick and twisted things to that person because you're able to. It was
I'll
not
show you some holiday cheer.
But yeah, and so in addition, you can also, if you drop your weapons and press the triggers, you can conjure up some snowballs, and you just go like it doesn't do a whole lot of damage, I don't think, but it's so satisfying just to pelt a Viking with the snowball, and it's just like it makes you feel like a badass. You feel awesome. And like I said, the physics, I took the canes and like swung them around each other and stuff, and I really experimented with a lot of stuff here, and the whole stream, I'm just laughing and having so much fun, man.
As you can tell, this is a. I mean, I'm sorry to say I missed your stream, but watching it now, I can tell even without sound that you're just having an absolute blast as you just demolish all of these people with a candy cane hook axe. Oh my god, this is fantastic!
It's so good. It's so good. I highly recommend you check it out.
In that I shall. I promise. I shall. Maybe I'll even stream it. OLK V3D says, "Damn, he's straight up skull fucking that dude."
Pretty much. You know, I wasn't gonna say it, but but yeah, with a giant candy cane. Yes, it is. It is really, really impressive stuff. I really think this is a top-notch VR game. This is what VR is all about, and a lot of games. You know, a lot of people say, well, there's not like a whole lot of game here. And I think they're very, very wrong. An arena combat game is yes, I agree. If this was part of like an action RPG or something or whatever.
You're talking about me. Okay.
Am I talking about you?
Okay. I was like,
even better. Even better.
In my head, I was like, do people say that? And then I was like, oh, wait, I say that.
So when Brian says, yeah, it's not a real level design.
I spent 4 days on a mountain.
Oh man, that's so good. That's an inside joke that only him and I are going to get, but that is great. But yeah, but
that I remember it.
Arena combat. You know, I grew up playing games like Bushido Blade and a couple other arena combats, and I think they're great. And I think
Power
that
Stone,
this game,
baby. Power Stone
was damn good. Yeah. And I think this game, the physics in it. You know, what about all those big games that have, you know, that are what people are asking about that don't have these physics, that don't have these moment-to-moment interactions that feel immersive and good. So yeah, I think people need to recognize that this game is something special. And yeah, hopefully you check it out.
People need to recognize. Brian, you need to recognize. And again, just to, you know, I
know you're a fan of this game, so I'm not, you know.
I know I joke around a lot. I mean, I think over the years I've made fun of pretty much every single PlayStation VR game, even the ones that I absolutely love. And so hopefully everyone understands that that's just a joke. But this is insane. Dude, the fact that Alec has never charged for a single update, and some of the updates have been huge, like absolutely
PS5
huge,
enhanced
game changing.
Well. PS5 patch looks nice.
Yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous, and you know, knowing that there's still more coming, and knowing that he's also working on his next game, this is a studio to keep an eye on.
Yeah.
So well done, Sin. Well done. You've come a long way since The Perfect Sniper.
Yes, you have.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, there was another update that dropped, this week. I think it actually dropped, Monday? But because of our Zenith coverage, we didn't have a chance to cover it. And that would be the Yuki Endless update. Now, I only get to play this once, so please forgive my my horrible performance during the video that's playing below. This is my one chance. I gotta say a couple things right off the bat. You can see that in the Endless mode here. It's got kind of a more basic background, sort of Tron inspired or wireframe polygon stuff. That it's good stuff for an Endless mode, right? You can't have. I guess you could have endless graphics, just like randomly generated and stuff. But this is cool. It works. And I have so many thoughts about this. I don't even know where to start. I think my first thought is that it feels like they patched something. Do you remember when I was trying to review this game and I didn't realize until about 3 or 4 hours in that you actually got bonus XP for close calls, like when a bullet came like real close to you.
Right.
You remember that?
Yeah.
I was like, I had no idea, and that's such a huge gameplay mechanic because you want to do that. You want those near misses as frequently as possible, so that you raise your XP as quickly as possible, so you rank up and you level up and you become stronger, so that the bosses are not nearly as hard and blah 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 blah. And when I played this month, they must have done this with the patch. The vibration in the controller for those near misses is so much stronger now that it would be impossible for you not to notice it. And so I don't know if they were paying attention and they were like, oh, people don't realize that's a thing. It's like, we need to make it, give the player more feedback and let them know that this is a thing that's happening constantly. And I thought that was, so I think the feedback feels great. I think that was a great decision on them. And then,
I think Rumble is something I do take very serious because I don't think a lot of developers realize how much more like immersive and that can make stuff feel. It can
yeah,
definitely give you like a sense of weight. Also being used as just like an indicator, like you said. Rumble is super important to me, and a lot of games that have not had the best combat, a lot of it has been due to Rumble for me.
it's true. It's true. Those orbs controllers are gonna like like blow that
Oh,
out of the water. It's gonna
orbs,
change
orbs,
everything.
orbs, orbs, orbs.
So the endless mode is pretty random. They throw random enemies at you, they throw random obstacles at you, and you just go as long as you can, endless, right? Which is great. And I think that this is the perfect mode for this game. But it also kind of like it kind of shines a light on the things I really didn't like about the campaign. Like I didn't like that the campaign had random enemy placement. That was weird for me because if you've ever played any shoot 'em up in the history of shoot 'em ups, other than Trevor McFur and the Crescent Galaxy, most of them had like patterns where you like, okay, I if you've played the first level of Gradius 1,000 times, you know where every single enemy is coming from,
Right,
and you
right.
anticipate that. And so I didn't like that Yuki randomized their enemies because I want to know where those enemies are going to be. I need to plan ahead. And then endless is perfect for the people who like the randomization. And so it would have been a nice a nice dichotomy. Is that the right word for this? Where the campaign was a set structure, and then the endless mode was randomized to give you a bonus challenge, give you something that the core game wasn't doing. And now all it's doing is sort of shining a light on the campaign for me, saying, "Oh, now I really wish this wasn't randomized." But that aside, this has leaderboards, and it is really fun, and it was a great excuse to
Oh,
jump back into Yuki because I kind of fucking love this game.
oh, that's cool. It's got leaderboards.
Yeah, there's only
Yeah.
one other person on the leaderboard. Only one other person. So I was like, oh man, this came out 2 days ago, and only one other person has played it.
Did you get first at least?
I was second by like 2,000
Did you
points.
did you show that other person?
No.
Yeah, this is a game that I really should like a lot more. And I like it a lot. I just can't find myself playing it too much, like right now, for some reason. Especially with all the things. I think the timing of this game kind of ruined it for me. But it is a fun game, and it's really good. It's also on sale, so yeah. I
Well,
don't think a lot of people picked it up because they staggered the release. They came out on Quest a long way before this,
yeah.
and they were just a little late to getting to PSVR, and I
Well,
think that kind of
I
cost them a little bit.
I love this game. I do. I really did. I love this game, and I was super addicted to it for the entire time that I was unlocking new avatars, like different players that you could play as that had different abilities. And but once I unlocked all of them and played through the entire game with all of those avatars after 6 or 8 hours, then I was like, okay, I'm done. Like I didn't the addiction was suddenly dead, like in a
Yeah,
heartbeat. So I got my $20 out of it, and then
yeah,
I was like, all right, time to move on. So
yeah.
yeah. But definitely worth $20, I think. Speaking of $20, Darth Vader, the Gamecat, with the $20 tip in the chat says, "Big congrats to Brian reaching 80,000 subscribers. Thank you very much. Let's all pave the way to 100,000 into the future. Much love, Brian. The Force is very strong with you, Vader. You're awesome. Vader and I spend a lot of time talking in voice chat over on Discord. Um, I don't think he works. He goes, I'm on break from work. I was like, again? That was like 10 minutes ago. Like we spent a
He's
lot of
always on break or
always on
lunch
break.
at work.
Yep.
They pay him to take lunch breaks. I want that job.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Oh, Grayson just got here and says, "What's the big update for Swordsman?" You gotta like go back 10 minutes. We just talked about it. So sorry, but it's awesome. We promise.
Very good.
All right, man. We gotta move on, right? We gotta talk about the game that came out yesterday. Yesterday, which was Strange Game Studios' newest game. The people, guys, if you don't know, Strange Game Studios, they made Honor and Duty and Honor and Duty D-Day, and now their new game is RC Airplane Challenge. I got to bring up some footage of this because, dude, I captured so much good footage today while we were playing multiplayer. There was an event that happened today, and
Did you stay true to your word and just keep all the footage of you shooting me down?
no, dude,
In the okay.
the footage looks so good.
Crashing.
I just took like 30 minutes and just like exported it, and that's what we're seeing here. It's a lot of me dying. I die very frequently, but yeah, but AJ and I were in multiplayer today. Well, we'll get to the single player stuff in a second, but I think we should start with the multiplayer, especially since that's the footage I'm showing. It is it's up to 32 players online, and right now the only mode is free for all. Now, up to this point, I'd only played with like maybe 5 or 6 other people, but today we had 10 people going in multiplayer. And again, that's less than a third of the number of people that can be playing this game. And dude, it was insane. With 10 people flying around these maps, it was just chaotic, right?
Yeah, you looking at the footage, your camera view is definitely different than mine. Mine is a little bit closer and more like in the cockpit.
I actually scaled it back because all the footage that because I saw the footage I had captured so far. I saw it on my live stream, and I saw it on the stuff that I had captured during the last meetup that we did, and it just didn't look good on stream. It didn't really show the plane.
It does look good. It does look good.
So I backed it up a little bit just so people could see like the plane a little bit more, just to have the better footage. But yeah, you can see this Red Baron, or this triplane that I'm flying right now, super maneuverable as I crash into a wall. But this is really part of it. Like, so you got, I've got 9 other people trying to shoot me down, and you can just like weave in and out between these buildings. This is one of the 2 multiplayer maps, desert map, and the maps are huge. So hopefully, when there's 30 people playing, we're gonna like spread out a little bit, and it just won't be congested in like one tiny area, because it gets pretty fucking crazy, even with just 10 players.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun with the multiplayer. Super Dexter Murphy was there.
Mm-hmm. Herb was there.
Flame Hat Gamecat was there. Some other devs from other games were there. The devs were in the game, and yeah, we were just testing it out and having some fun. And it's really just a fun, mindless, social, like fly around and shoot. And what I like about it is it's got a little bit of like a skill based thing to it. Like you can get better and better at it. And there's different planes to choose from. They all fly. They all feel mostly different in some way or another. They also each have different kind of perks.
Ooh,
where
the abilities are cool.
Yeah, they have like different abilities you can use, and they did a good job of kind of making them feel different. And yeah, that's the biggest thing that right off the bat that you'll notice is this game looks graphically a lot better than Honor and Duty. Honor and Duty looked fine to me, but it was that like primitive kind of blocky, Minecrafty kind of look to it. And this has like a really nice, really nice look to it, actually.
Oh yeah, he's got a lot of effects going on here. There's definitely some cool lighting effects. The sun is really strong, and so if you look right up at it, you get the what is it?
Lens flare.
Lens flare. That's the word I was looking for. Thank you. And it reflects off of your plane. There's just a great texture work overall, and every so often you'll see some frame rate issues because of it, but very seldom for me. And
there's a lot of options in this game. You start out. This is the thing. So yeah, multiplayer is really fun. There's a lot of things you got to know about this game, though. When you start this game off, the default settings, and this was something that they were required to do. And I don't know why, but this is something that they were kind of forced to do, and that is when you start the game. You need to go into the settings immediately and change the camera. I highly recommend the fixed camera because
yes, for experienced VR gamers, I recommend the fixed camera too. But like it's gonna make your head swim a little bit. It took me
not at all with the fixed camera. The other default one made me actually pretty motion sick because it's just not natural. It's the default camera mode is like starting like 5 feet back behind the plane, and then you turn left, and instead of the camera following the thing, the plane just turns left, and then you have to look
turn
this way. And it is that the default camera, which really sucks that they were forced to do that, because the default camera I thought is awful. But like you said, there is a fixed camera that I personally highly recommend. I think most experienced VR players would prefer this too, and that is change it to the fixed camera where it's attached to the plane, and then you can adjust the slider to have where you want the camera. Like I said, I usually like it at like setting 1 or so, where it kind of feels like I'm on the plane. But this is RC airplane, so it's not like a it feels like you're riding a little RC airplane, and that's where the fun for me started happening.
Yeah, I mean, if anybody's going in here being like, where's the cockpit view? Well, if you're looking at the footage, just about as close to cockpit as you get. You're sort of just riding right on top of it, right? And so that's the deal with that. And yeah, dude, we kind of glossed over some of the combat here. And again, we are only talking about the multiplayer mode right now. We'll talk about the single player mode in a minute. But in the multiplayer mode, there's no respawn time at all. The second you crash, boom, you're right back into the game after you choose your plane. Each of the planes do feel different. Some of them are faster, some of them are slower, some of them have better turning radiuses than others, and some of them I felt very, very nimble, and some of them I was like, I can't barely steer this thing. And some are stronger than others, and some have, it seems like some have better kind of like armor ish, and others like take more shots to take down. But yeah, the perks or the abilities is really where it's at for me, and that kind of dictated which plane I wanted to choose, right? And there's just and it kind of gives it to me. It kind of gives like a little bit of a twisted metal feel to this for me, because each of them are different enough. Yeah. We don't have too many vehicular combat games on PSVR, and this is, I think this is a wonderful starting point for this game. Obviously, Reggie's got a lot of plans for it. He kept updating Honor Duty D-Day for a long time after that game came out, and I think this is going to be the same thing for this. So the perks, I think, are important to talk about. One of my favorites has lock-on missiles. Another one has an EMP blast, where you can like just basically create this EMP burst that has its own radius. And if anybody's inside of that radius, they lose control of their plane for like 3 or 4 seconds and frequently just crash right into the ground. Another one of my favorites has a rear gunner. So if you happen to have the perk available and somebody's on your tail, you can activate that, and it just automatically tries to shoot down the guy behind you. I had a lot of fun with these perks, and I loved experimenting with all the different planes.
It's funny because I really haven't used the. I hardly use the things. I choose the planes based on how they control and maneuver and stuff, because I feel like that's more useful to me than some of the perks. I don't think I've gotten a single kill with a perk yet, or with one of the special abilities, we should say. So yeah, I haven't used that. I choose them solely based on their control and their speed and how the guns feel. I've been getting all my kills and stuff with machine guns, and I love that, this being, again, gotta really put an emphasis on this being RC airplanes, because when you destroy a target, they don't like have this huge explosion. There is like a little bit of an explosion, but they're RC airplanes, so they just kind of go. And they just like break apart. They break apart really. So it's got like so much charm to it, I think. I think it has a lot of charm in that regard. Euros MC asks, says, are we using the HOTAS? Yes, this game does support the HOTAS. Now, Brian does not use the HOTAS, but I have. And ever since then, I have not gone back to the DualShock 4. Both control fine the way they are, but I just really think to me personally, it controls so well with the HOTAS that's my preference for it.
Yeah, I got to be honest, I haven't even used the HOTAS yet. I'm sure that once I play with the HOTAS and take the time to get really acclimated to those controls, that I'm going to absolutely love it. I've never been good at using a HOTAS, no matter what game that we're talking about. Even Squadrons, I was like, just the simplicity of the DualShock, because it's something I'm very, very intimately familiar with. Been using a DualShock controller for like fucking 30 years now. It's like very, very nimble and agile. I feel great using the analog stick to move around. So I think it controls great with the DualShock. It's even better that it sounds great to me that you're saying that the HOTAS is the way to play this. I love hearing that.
For me personally, but yeah, my thoughts on the multiplayer is that it's really fun. It's the voice chat works and everything.
Oh, yeah. Voice chat.
I think there's only 2 maps though, right?
There's 2 maps right now. There are 4 maps in the single player, and it sounds like they are going to eventually bring those over. And unfortunately, the 2 maps that they have in multiplayer right now are like, they're fine, they're good maps, but they're my 2 least favorite maps of the 4. So hopefully
Oasis is really pretty. I think I love Oasis.
Oasis is really pretty.
Yeah,
Yeah.
deserty one,
But the
and
neighborhood,
yeah,
the town is my favorite one, just because there's all these houses and there's like these churches with these bell towers that you can fly through, and you can, certainly I love flying close to the ground in all of these maps, and actually having houses to fly in and out between to try to lose each other, I think would be a lot of fun.
yeah,
I definitely tried to do that quite a bit on the desert map that's available now.
yeah. The
Um,
multiplayer, like other than it being solid and everything, there's a couple balancing things that it needs, but um, that's about it.
and right now the only multiplayer mode is free for all, so 32 players, just balls to the wall craziness. There
Yeah,
will
I really
eventually,
can't wait. Mm.
yeah, there'll be a 16v16 team deathmatch mode, and I believe that the base attack mode will also be 16v16, and those are coming like down the road at some point. We haven't seen
Yeah,
a roadmap quite yet, but Reggie is hard at work on those.
yeah.
Um,
Like I said, it's just simple. It's very simple, but it's fun. There could be like a couple little just quality of life features, like when you're getting shot at, like having some kind of damage indicator.
Knowing who
Little
shot you down would be nice.
knowing who shot you down, of
Yep.
course. But the basic gameplay core is there, and it's fun.
Yep. There's also we also experienced some crashes. We know we were playing with Flamehat, and Flamehat crashed at least once or twice. I during my stream that I did yesterday, I think I crashed 3 times in like 45 minutes. So there are some crashing issues. Keep that in mind. It is pretty quick to get back in to restart, but again, that's we don't want to minimize the fact that there is crashing going on, which needs to be fixed. Um, let's talk about the single player a little bit, though. I think this is where. I think we'll get into some more interesting conversations about this.
Mm.
What do you think of
Yeah.
single player?
Some of it, so there's a couple different modes. There's a ring mode where it's like the rings, you fly through them. Well, okay, let me start with free flight. There's free flight where you can just freely explore the areas, and there's supposed to be like hidden collectibles around that you get.
And there are, which I love. Like free flight mode is one of my favorite modes, just because I'm like I just want to casually fly around and look for shit in the environment. Like
Right.
I'm a big fan of collectibles, and so when I
Mhm.
told Reggie how much I love this, he actually mentioned he's like maybe I should get some more collectibles in there. Like it may give you a reason to spend more time doing the free flight mode. I was like, yes, please, I love that shit.
Yeah, I used that one to just kind of get used to the controls, but I didn't actually like collect stuff in that one yet. There's also there's two different types of ring modes. There's one where you fly through a ring and it'll procedurally generate another ring.
Mm-hmm.
And you basically just try and go and get as high of a score as you can. Once you complete these different things, once you get high scores, you unlock tokens, and you use these tokens to um, basically unlock new planes as well as new levels.
Yeah.
That one. So one of the ring modes I'm a big fan of. I really like the ring mode where it's a set path, and you have to fly through. It feels like that's kind of more like a Pilot Wings kind of thing to me, where you feel like you're trying to go through a course. Yes, and Hard to Get says it's like Eagle Flight, right? Any of these games where you're trying to fly through a designated course, and I like these ones. They have they're like little short challenges, and I found myself replaying the one. I don't know what the difference in the name is between the two. I forgot the
I
name.
think ring mode seems to be randomly placed rings, and the
Time
trial is
trial.
the set path.
I like time trial a lot.
Yeah, me too.
The ring one is okay. I feel like the procedurally generated rings are a little iffy with the way. At least I've experienced some issues with it. Didn't sound like you did, but I
I
definitely.
experienced fewer, but I certainly I've twice now had rings that spawned inside of trees that were impossible to fly through.
Right, right.
Yeah,
So, but the time trial one I thought was really cool. It's a traditional fly through the rings, and if you miss a ring, you get points deducted, and you want and that one I found myself playing over and over and over, trying to get through all of the rings, trying not to miss a single one, and I really had a lot of fun with that using the HOTUS.
yeah. So the ring. You're right. I absolutely 100% agree with your assessment that it feels a little bit like pilot wings, in more ways than just like the mission at hand, right? It's like sure flying through rings and doing these it almost feels like training missions feels very Pilot Wings like, but it's also got like the soothing music in the background.
Yes, I was thinking to myself the music, how the music is really, really good.
Right, and for a game that's like can be super stressful, you're like, come on, get through the ring, get through the ring, get through that, you know, like you're doing this, but in the back it's like,
It's got some
like,
it's
okay.
got some really nice, just like orchestrated kind of style music to it, and it's very just like classical music in the background, and it's a great fit for a bright sunny day, and you're flying and cruising around, and there's classical music playing. It's a nice blend.
Yeah, oh for sure, for sure. And yeah, and there's two other modes. Braxper says also jetpacks. Don't forget about the jetpacks. Dude, I love jetpacks. We need some jetpacks in every game. But yeah, there's also a bomb drop mode and a balloon pop mode. And balloon pop's pretty straightforward. You just fly around, and you can only shoot your guns in the multiplayer mode. So you're actually flying into these balloons to pop them. There's blue balloons that are worth 50 points, but there's only like 3 that spawn in the whole level. So like that's your priority. Is like if you see a blue balloon, fucking go for it, because the red balloons are 10 points and the green balloons are 5 points. So like almost nothing by comparison. So you want to like really focus on getting those blue balloons. It's okay. I mean, it's certainly like I just kind of ran through it on
Whatever. You know, balloon pop is the best mode in this game.
Is it because of your voiceovers?
So if you get a combo, there is a little voice that'll say double pop, triple pop, and another one.
What's the other one?
You gotta get it.
I'm not good enough. I've only heard double pop. I haven't even heard triple pop
I've
yet.
heard it. Well, if you're really that curious, you can go to the Discord and in Ask AJ. I posted a little video of it if you want to hear it.
Fine, be that way. And then
it took me like 3 minutes to do that, by the way.
Yeah. And as always, AJ and I love doing voiceovers whenever asked, but we don't get paid for this stuff. No. Because we don't want it to ever like influence,
right.
It wouldn't influence our thoughts on the game that we're reviewing, but more importantly, we don't want you to be concerned about it influencing our thoughts on the game, and that's why we've never taken a paycheck for any voiceovers. The
final mode,
the bomb drop is interesting, and I think we both agree on this. I think it's a fun mode, but it really needs like some kind of target on the ground because the deal is that there's targets all over the ground for you to drop bombs on, and the further away, the further off the ground you are from the target, the more points you get. But I can't seem to hit these motherfucking things without being 2 feet away from them. Like I have to fly directly over them. So I can't gauge it very well at all. And so I need some kind of target on the ground saying, yeah, if you hit the button now, you're going to hit it. Like, sweet. It's hard enough to line it up to begin with.
Yeah, I do like this mode, but I totally agree that it needs some kind of indicator, some kind of way to at least gauge where the bomb is going to drop, because you're kind of like just guessing, basically. You're like, well, I think this is right, and so it would be nice if there was a way to measure it or some guesstimation kind of thing to at least let you know in the vicinity it's going to drop, and you figure it out from there. It could use something like that because, like you said, it's just too hard without it. It is satisfying to hit the targets. I did nail a couple targets from a little bit higher up, but it was definitely challenging. And there's some trophies in here that are like, get some really hit a target and the bullseye, hit a target from really high up, and or like hit one of the trophies is like hit all the targets without missing one. And I'm like, yeah, good fucking luck with that.
Ian Stanbridge in the chat says if you pop 4 balloons in a row, it says higher AJ. Nice. I wish that was the case. So what do you think, man? So I do have to say that this feels like 2 very different games kind of smushed together into one, right? The multiplayer feels radically different than the single player. The single player feels Pilot Wingsy, feels very kind of laid back and casual, and a little bit of like, okay, I'm gonna keep doing this challenge over and over till I get it, sort of thing. And then the multiplayer just feels like this completely different game where it almost doesn't seem like you're flying RC planes anymore. It's like just like I'm in a plane, or I did everything in my power actually to make it feel like I was in a plane and shooting down other people who were in a plane. It's just like this much faster paced, like balls to the wall arcade action. And And
I don't know if I'd say it feels like two different games. I just think all of it comes together to kind of make it feel like a more complete game.
I can go with that too.
Yeah.
I can definitely go with that. But don't. This has a $15 price point. Definitely, you guys know by now. Reggie's a 1-man or 2-man dev team.
Right.
And he's kind of always been good about being like saying, oh, here's a need in the PSVR library that I'm going to fill. Right. With D-Day, still nothing comes close to it as far as having that many players. We certainly get Alvo and Firewall, but I mean, again, 16v16 in D-Day, nothing comes close to it. And he's done it again, I think, with RC Airplane Challenge. Certainly some rough edges, certainly some things that need to be worked out, and certainly some, we're keeping our fingers crossed for more maps and more modes and everything else in the future. But I think for $15, this is a really, really good time.
I think it's a great indie game for $15, or it's a really solid one. There's, my score right now. I think that there definitely needs some rough edges fixed. There's a couple frame rate hitches that occur. There's a couple little gameplay polish things that are needed, in my opinion. And but I do think when it gets going, when you get into the rhythm of like what it is and get and have some fun with it, I think there is some fun to be had. And yeah, I'm like hovering right around somewhere less or a little bit more than like a 7, right in that range, especially if he gets this little final level of polish in the gameplay. The game visually mostly looks really good, so that's not a problem. But I'm hovering right around there. And I was just really worried that since I did voiceovers in this, I was like, just please don't suck. And thank you, Reggie. Thank you for making a game that didn't suck with my voice in it, because I wouldn't want that to happen. And luckily, no, I'm very happy with this. I'm very proud of this, and I think it's really solid for an indie game.
Yeah, absolutely. I 100% agree. Do not want to miss Jeremy, the NES Rookies tip from all the way back when we were doing the Yuki discussion. He says, with the New Zealand $2, says, looks really fun, but no platinum, no buy. And that's true. Yuki.
He's talking about Yuki.
Yeah. Yuki really needed a platinum. I 100% agree with you, Jeremy.
Yeah, that did kill a lot of motivation for me, for sure.
Yeah, I mean, it could, like I said, like my motivation to keep playing dropped like 100% after unlocking all the different avatars I could play as. And so if Yuki had a platinum trophy with a lot more challenges associated with it, dude, that would have been amazing. It's an excellent point. Luckily, Puzzling Places has a platinum trophy, and RC Airplane Challenge has a platinum trophy. Swordsman has a platinum trophy. Also, dude, all the other games we've talked about today have a platinum trophy. And for people who love platinums as much as I do, and you do, that's good news.
V-Rock has the platinum trophy, but it's broken.
But it's glitched. I know, right?
And it's also
man,
terrible. That is like the one redeeming. I'm still mad about that. That would have been
$15 on that garbage. And I can't even get a platinum trophy out of it. Fuck that game.
Know.
Fuck V-Rock. Vrock.
For real.
Vrock.
Vrock.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Hey, AJ.
Hey.
You know what time it is?
It is 20 questions time, Brian.
It is 20 questions time. Okay, guys, I'm going to need all the help in the world because my brain is not functioning properly today. I'd say this is a unique situation for the December 22nd, but it's not. My brain's never functioning properly, and I need all the help I can get from all you cats out there. So please help me out by suggesting games that you think this is going to be and good questions that can help narrow it down. Don't forget, we have 20 yes or no questions to figure out what PSVR game AJ is thinking of. I'm going to put the timer up on the screen right now. This is a 6-minute timer from Timertopia. Go check them out on YouTube. And thank you so much, Timertopia, for letting us use your timer. All right, here we go. Does it have aim support?
Does not have aim support.
Oh, crap. Well, we're off to a bad start. Does it have move support?
Does not have move support.
All right, guys. So
I'm sorry. It does have move support. My bad. It does have move support. It does have move support.
Don't forget, you got to keep track.
I was thinking about that's what I was doing. That's why I got distracted. It does have move support.
I got distracted by counting to 2 and answered your second question wrong.
I was also reading the stuff about Alvo midnight patch tomorrow or something.
Is it happening tomorrow? Is that what's happening? Okay.
Tomorrow at midnight is what it sounds like. Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Good to know. Is this a single player game?
This is a single player game.
Okay, guys. So far we know this is a move controlled game. We don't know if it's only moves, but it's a single player move game. Is it puzzle game?
It's not a puzzle game.
Okay. Is it an adventure game?
Ooh. Probably no.
Okay.
I mean, that's close, but I'd say probably not. No, it's not an adventure game.
Is most of what you're doing in this game shooting?
Most of what you're doing in this game is not shooting. No.
Oh, yeah, time to play. Do you control any vehicles in this game?
Ooh. Not really. No, I'd say no.
Okay.
Yeah, no, you do not control vehicles in this game.
We are
there might be
batting
like
1,000.
there might be a vehicle in this, but no, no.
Ooh, now it's Ryan. Good question. Has this ever been on a top 25 or top 20 or top 10 list on PS?
This has not been on a top 25 list. No. Kind of a tough one, I know.
Bogey Cat is asking if it has a physical release. That's a good question. I don't know if it's going to help me.
Don't ask that question because I don't even know.
Is it a puzzle game?
I don't think so. You already asked if it's a puzzle game. I said no. Didn't you?
Oh yeah, it's like one of the first questions I asked. Thanks. Okay, guys, don't forget it's not really an adventure game. You're not doing a lot of shooting, so kill all these shooting suggestions. But thank you for all the suggestions. It's not an adventure, so Solus Project is out. No, it's not a party game because there's no multiplayer, single player. Ooh, Dino Frontier would be a good one. That's good.
We've already had that as a pick before.
Do you reference the list and see which ones we had before? Because I just go, I don't think we.
No, I just remember.
Oh, okay. Is it okay? Yeah, Bob Zarkov says, is it sci-fi?
It is not sci-fi.
God damn it! I know what it's not. I don't know anything that it is.
It's a tough one. It's kind of very specific. Yeah.
Is it more of an experience than a game?
No, I'd say it's a game.
Okay.
That's 10.
So
10
far,
down.
guys, we're halfway there, and all I know is that it uses the moves. It's single player, and it's a game. Those are all the circled ones. All the ones that cross out. It's not a puzzle game. It's not an adventure game. It's not mostly shooting. You don't control vehicles really. It's not a top 25 game, and it's not sci-fi. We know a whole lot about what it's not. We don't know jack shit about what it is. See, Distracted. A couple people have asked if it's a sports game, but it's. But I mean, how many sports games are there? Yeah, I mean, is it a sports game?
It is not a sports game.
All right. Does it only use? Is there full locomotion? I see people asking about the movement.
I think there is full locomotion in this. I believe so.
That's a weird answer. That's a really weird answer. How do we not know?
I'm pretty sure this has full locomotion, and it also has teleport option. I'll give you that freebie.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe it does.
So yeah, that kind of gets rid of rhythm. That kind of gets rid of. Oh man, a minute and a half. Single player. AJ McColl's AJ would know if it was catch and, he knows catch and release. He wouldn't have any questions about that. Is this like an arcade game of some kind? Like arcade, being like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'd say it's a little bit more arcadey, but I would probably say no. Like
Okay.
it doesn't really seem like an arcade game, but it's got some traits of an arcade style game. Yeah.
Kinda arcadey.
That is 13.
Doesn't have to be PSVR exclusive, Jables. Blue Jew Rush VR is definitely full locomotion. Blood and Truth, there's a lot of shooting in that. Yeah. Pinball does not support the moves. No. Man, a lot of good questions from the cats. I'm just getting nothing in my brain is so empty right now. Is it fantasy? Is it a fantasy game?
Not really. No.
Not really. Has this developer made other PSVR games?
They have not made other PSVR games.
Is it any kind? Is it rhythm based at all?
It's not rhythm based.
It
was 16.
God, is it horror?
It's not a horror game.
Okay, I'm out. I ran out of time, man. I ran out of time. I got nothing. What is it?
It is
I'm so sorry, cats.
Cave Digger. When you dig my cave.
Wow. Wow, Cave Digger.
Cave Digger.
That's
by Kiwi. It is, I don't even know what you call this game. I mean, it's kind of a little bit of adventure. Cave Digger is a mining adventure game which takes place in a small town of an alternative Western universe full of mystery, dark humor, and full of experimental tools for the brave miners. It is definitely an arcade mine or a mining adventure game is what they call it. And
well,
yeah,
two of your questions are totally wrong.
Because
come on, this is totally an adventure game. And then second of all, you control a train for like half of this game.
I never controlled. That was DLC that was added, and I never played that part.
No, it wasn't. So. It wasn't DLC. It was a patch that changed the game completely.
Yeah, it came.
You control a train, AJ.
Yeah, how much control do you? How much control do you have? That
complete control. You control the speed, and you tell it when to start and stop.
That's why I said maybe. That's why I said maybe. I don't think you would have gotten it anyways.
I quit. Fuck this game.
Don't blame it on that. I don't think you would have gotten it anyways. That's hard. That's one like when you pulled Surgeon Simulator on me. Mm-hmm. It's like so specific. It's so. Those ones are kind of the hardest ones, to be honest with you.
Surgeon Sim, the one that's been on the top 10 sales chart for the better part of 4 years now. I know it's a hard one. But no, dude, you're right. You're absolutely right. As much as I'm trying to complain about your responses, even if you change those responses, I would not have gotten it. Cave Digger wasn't even remotely on my mind. So that was a good one, man. That was a good one. That was tough. One. I don't even think it was tricky. I just think it was a tough one.
It's like like I said, that's one of those specific ones like Surgeon Sim that is just like if you don't guess exactly what it is, it's tough.
Yeah. You got to go down the right path from like pretty much the very first question.
Yeah.
That was good stuff though. But I appreciate all the cats out there who are trying to help me. And guys, and really, thank you so much, everybody, for watching the show today. Thank you for hanging out with us during the holidays. This is a different time for everybody. Everybody's got a different experience during the holidays. Some people absolutely love it. Some people kind of get a little bit down. And I'm just really glad that we're all here together. And so the people who are up can bring the people who are down a little bit further up, and we really fucking appreciate all of you for doing that. Thank you to everybody that helps keep this channel running, especially my buddy AJ here. 80,000 strong, buddy. We're can't wait for 80,000 more.
Woo!
Of course, don't forget about all the moderators who make my life so much easier every single day, not just here on YouTube, but over on Discord as well. If you haven't joined us on Discord, there's a lot of reasons to do that. Click the link in the description below. Join Discord, and that's where all the multiplayer meetups happen. You saw Professor Lilith earlier talking about we're going to do some Trickster VR this Sunday. What time was it? 3 p.m. Eastern? I forget. I'm terrible at this. 2 p.m. Eastern.
2.
I'm really, really disorganized. I'm sorry about that. But yeah. And of course, everybody who supports us on patreon.com/withoutparole games. Don't forget, we're trying to get AJ hired before PlayStation VR 2 comes out. So please consider patreon.com/withoutparole games. Really, really appreciate it. And of course, thank you to everybody who hung out with us. Thank you to everybody who supported us during the show, donated, commented, helped me out during 20 questions. You should have done better. And of course, all of you who sat back, watched the show, and didn't say a goddamn word. We know you're out there, and we love you just as much. AJ, daytime stream on Friday. We're going to do a daytime GamesCast live because I got plans at night.
It's either going to be, you got plans at night now? Friday's probably going to be.
Not at night. I have plans during our normal GamesCast time on Friday.
Right.
It's Christmas Eve.
GamesCast, let's just say GamesCast is going to be a different time on Friday. It's either going to be before the usual time or after the usual time.
But we're going to do it.
Either way, it's happening.
Yep.
We just don't know whether it's before or after is all.
That's right. So for now, Alberto Mapam, the Gamecat. Let's cue the cat.
Cue the cat, because I want to say see you Friday to Mick Coles. Let's keep throwing those Christmas shapes, everyone. Damn right. Alberto Mapam, the game gato, guy got cojones. Johnny Rap out the Straight Cat. You have a great evening as well. Flame Hat, Game Cat. Glad to have you back, man. Big heart to you, Misty Man, and good to see you. And it was fun playing with you earlier. Thanks for joining us. Time to play with Game Cats. Yes, that's what it's all about. LC2552 beats the music of Game Cat. You have a great weekend as well. The Fenner PSVR. Let's go, baby. Let's get it. RWX. The studio says the guys who made the SteamWorld games need to try and make a SteamWorld VR game. Yeah, it's definitely, that's what he said. I was kind of basing it off the arcade, like SteamWorld dig kind of games, whatnot, but I knew that wasn't going to help you. Anyways, Herb, the 247 Game Cat. Speaking of our homies playing with us earlier, thanks so much, man. Justin Cassidy, much love to you as well. Nick the Game Cat, Hal, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, Happy Hanukkah, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy New Year, all that good stuff. Happy holiday. Did I say holidays? I think I did. Speaking of which, Bob Zarkoff, the Underground Game Cat, have a great night to you as well. The Triangulator, my dude, it says 80K, fire, 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 more to come. That's right. Let's get Brian that play button, baby. Oak V 3D, so that it's really for Tornado to play with, you know.
As is every single thing that I do.
we need to get Brian to 100,000 subs so he can get a play button so that he can give the box to Tornado. Ben Dawson, good to see you, man. Ash VR, the groovy Game Cat, Bogey Cat Productions, I almost said Farcat. Farpoint for life. Farcat. Oh, Farkit. Sci-Fi Game Cat Henry, your Jeremy the NES rookie. Shout out to him. Kill us out, baby. Pietrek F, Stingray X, Defunct Bombro, Stay Funky Fresh, Tom Flesh Eater Gaming Brains, Ian Stambridge. Y'all have a wonderful, wonderful rest of the night. We'll see you again soon. Zach Lightning and Mark Doust.
Go hump your brains out. It's hump day. Do it.
Oh, yeah.
Do it. Do it. Do it.
Do it. You can do it.
Oh, I'm fucking done.